happening across the world, we realize that it often seems that it's far away, but we never know the day will come and it will affect one of us. And because of what you've done through the Connection on the organization and operating on all the various levels, we have been able to assist individuals in various parts of the world. So we start by saying, led by God, you gave and we were able to help those in need. Recognizing the awesome power of God, you chose to be a blessing. And with God, you are making a positive difference in the lives of others. Our next slide. Disaster relief is alive and well. Within the last several years, we've been able to provide assistance to the following: the Ebola crises, the Malawi floods, the Emmanuel 9 Fund, which is a part of our benevolence in disaster relief, and most recently, the Flint water crisis. When we saw what happened in Flint, we saw the organization of Connection Church rising to provide assistance, and the organization was not left out of that. Because of the funds that you contributed to disaster relief, we were able to provide a $5,000 donation to the efforts to assist the individuals with the Flint water crisis. Please note that those efforts are ongoing, and your support is not a one-time support. We need to continue to reach out to our folks in Michigan and to other places. Current requests for consideration. There will be a request that is being formalized and will come from the 7th Episcopal District. That is the Episcopal District for which I am a member, and I thank my Episcopal District President, Brother Roger Cleckler, for his support. When that request is formalized and forwarded through the process, I will recuse myself as the chairperson of this committee and allow one of the other individuals to take the process through, and then we will, in an issue of fairness, and then we will render a recommendation to this executive board. We did review our most recent request from the 20th Episcopal District. The 20th Episcopal District requested funds. As you know, the region of Malawi, they are plagued with floods, and so there has been some additional flooding since we first assisted them a couple of years ago, and some regions have been hard hit. And so what we are attempting to do is to reach out to them again by responding to their request to provide additional assistance to the Malawi region. For those of you that have had the opportunity to visit the region, or those of you that have seen the sheer devastation, it is ongoing and it has happened once again. So we need to make sure that if we can, we provide assistance to them to help them with their efforts, and also with basic equipment needs to make sure that they're in touch with us as well. So the committee convened, and we have a recommendation to contribute $5,000 to support the relief efforts that are coming from Malawi flooding. Next slide. Our current account balance is $16,537.75. Therefore, we do have funds available to assist with disaster relief in this area and in other areas. We have received donations from 3 Episcopal districts since August of last year. As a reminder, during these executive board meetings, we encourage the Episcopal districts to report to assist disaster relief so that we can be a blessing to those that are in need. We're on track to receive additional donations from the Episcopal districts, and we are in prayer for what we know will be a successful breakfast at the General Conference. And as you heard earlier today, and you'll hear again, the reason we're having that breakfast, also one of the benefits, is to support our disaster relief efforts. We simply want to remind you, you have seen this in previous presentations, but we want to remind everyone in the room, especially the Episcopal District Presidents, of the request and distribution process. Request is received for financial support, for assistance by the Connection on the Organization process, and when President, and when he receives that request, he forwards it to the Disaster Relief Committee. Because we have to ensure that that it meets the established criteria and that we actually do have funds on hand. The Disaster Relief Committee will respond as expeditiously as possible with a copy to the lay commissioner. The President will present the request to the Executive Board for final approval when necessary. The CLO Treasurer will then issue the check. If not approved, the CLO Board will return the request package to the President with a written explanation. Again, our plan of action remains as it has been from our last report at the biennial session. Next slide. We will continue to increase the awareness of disaster relief program. At the biennial session and at one of our previous executive board meetings, we shared with you a video that we have produced for your efforts in collecting disaster relief funds. One of the requests that we made of the Episcopal districts is for you to provide pictures of you providing relief efforts in your region so we can roll them into our report. Some of the photos that we have are stock photos that have been pulled from the internet and from other professional organizations. To date, since we've requested that twice, we have not received any photos. So we're going to move forward, pulling photos from those members that are on the committee, from the regions, to roll into and finalize the video so we can get that out to you, district presidents, and you can use that in communicating with the individuals in your area. We will work with our Director of Public Relations to utilize social media. We are revising the communication plan to provide print and written correspondence for you to use in your Episcopal districts. We will continue to review the reporting dates around these executive board meetings to see if that gives you the greatest flexibility to collect and report your funds. And if we see the need to make changes, we will do so. We will continue our collaboration with the Department of Global Witness and Ministry. Dr.